The power of positive thinking.
There was once a young man who felt like his whole world was falling apart. Every time he tried to change his life, something went wrong. Every plan failed. Every dream faded. He started believing that maybe life just didn't want him to win. And the more he thought that way, the worse everything became. One morning, he woke up and looked around his room. The walls felt closer. The air felt heavier. And his thoughts were filled with darkness. He whispered to himself, "Maybe I am just not meant for anything good." He picked up his jacket and walked out, hoping the fresh air might change something inside him. It was a cold morning. The sky was covered with heavy clouds. The streets empty, silent. He walked for hours until he reached a small park. There, he saw an old man kneeling on the ground, planting flowers in the cold soil. Surprised, the young man asked, "Why are you planting flowers now? Can't you see the weather? It's winter. Nothing will grow." The old man smiled, his hands covered with dirt, and said softly, "I am not planting them for today, son. I am planting them for the spring." The young man looked confused. The old man continued, "If I wait for the sun before I plant, then I'll never have flowers when it shines." Those words hit him deep. He realized something he had never understood before, that he had been waiting for life to become good before he started thinking good thoughts. He had been waiting for happiness to come before he decided to smile. That night, he came home and looked at his dark, messy room again. But this time, he saw hope. He cleaned it, opened the curtains, and wrote a small note on his wall. "Think light, feel light, be light." From the next morning, he started saying one positive thing every day, even if he didn't believe it yet. "I am trying. I am learning. I am alive." And slowly his world began to change. It wasn't that his problems disappeared, but his way of seeing them changed. He started smiling more. He started meeting people who lifted him up. Opportunities began to appear in unexpected ways. He realized that positivity doesn't remove pain. It gives you strength to walk through it. Years later, that same young man became a teacher. One day, a student came to him and said, "Sir, I think my life is too hard. Nothing ever works for me." The man smiled and said, "Then start planting your flowers, because spring will only come to those who believe in it during winter." The student looked at him silently, not understanding right away, but something in his heart shifted. And that's how the man shared the same message the old gardener had once shared with him, that positive thinking isn't about ignoring problems. It's about choosing to see light. Even when everything around you feels dark, your mind is like a garden. What you plant grows. If you plant fear, you'll harvest worry. If you plant doubt, you'll harvest failure. But if you plant hope, you'll harvest miracles. So, don't wait for the sun. Start planting now. Because the power of positive thinking can turn your coldest winter into the beginning of your spring. This is the Silent Voice. Stories that speak without sound.